joking. Close it, close it, close it.
Oh, Jesus!
What's he doing?
Run! Run! Yo, no. What was it? Oh my gosh. Yo, there's something in there.
Hi and welcome to another Spacebound video, where today we'll be looking at 10 of the scariest videos recorded by YouTubers.
Still normal? Yo!
Number 10. Killer Clown in Backyard. By now, it's more than likely that we've all forgotten about the killer clown craze, which really swooped the world for a couple of months. From crazy chasing car pranks to some seriously freaky chainsaw-wielding clowns, things escalated quite quickly and clowns soon became people's #1 fear. Not that they weren't already, but it just escalated it pretty excessively.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
Yo, chill.
Jake Paul was one of them, as in this video he shows a security cam footage of a clown lurking in his backyard from the previous night, and no one knew who it was. Sometimes people can go way too far to scare people, but this clown craze was on a whole nother level. Now of course some of this stuff might be fake, but I doubt it. Number 9. Asylum. Exploring with Steve.
We're going to an old asylum. It's what's left. It's one building that's left out of the whole area. Every other building that was at this asylum.
First, it was killer clowns that started the scary video trend, but then it became even popular when exploring abandoned places. That's when it really got viewers aching for more.
Show them how dark it is.
Alright, this is how dark it is. Can't see.
God.
You can't see anything, guys. It's crazy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, it's Steve here. I'm with Josh. Exploring with Josh.
And at this point, it's become a very popular trend on YouTube. And you'd actually be surprised by how many buildings actually go vacant, and believe me, they can get pretty freaky, even during daylight. But this next clip we have comes from Steve Ronan, who does a lot of these exploration videos in caves, mines, large mansions, and in this one in particular, asylums.
Hey guys, look at these signs. This is taking it. Stay calm and listen to what the person has to say. Then you got giving it. Stay calm and ask if you can talk to the person and working it out. Stay calm and tell the person what you want. So, yeah, because you know the silent people, you know, the mental hospital people, you know, they might get out of hand. They can get angry over little things. So I guess they try to teach the patients to relax and, you know, work it out and stuff.
And as he was going through the medical ward with his pal Josh, we are given a chilling look inside, but it's not until they hear loud bangs that really things start to get super intense.
Alright, guys, I really think this is the upper deck for females because it's all pink and it looks all feminine. What the fuck? Guys, did you hear that? That was seriously like 2 loud bangs. I don't know what the fuck that was.
So with zero interest to find out what it was, they bolt out of there as soon as possible. Who can blame them? I'd probably do the same thing. Actually, probably not, because I'm really into ghosts and shit like that. But then again, I'm not trying to get possessed. Anyways, moving on. Number 8. Ghost Hunting. Guava Juice. If you didn't notice it, the door slid open and a random shadow appeared out of nowhere and just walked off like nothing ever happened. Man, honestly, YouTubers get the best luck with being haunted by ghosts. I mean, sometimes I feel my house might have a ghost in it, but it's not as exciting as this. Number 7. Found a Little Girl. Exploring with Josh.
So dark.
Yo, it is darker than I thought, everyone.
Traveling onward into a 30-degree cave in just a t-shirt comes Josh, whose curiosity could save the life of a little girl, which he did. Going further and further into the cave, it gradually got tighter until they got lucky and found an opening. And it's good that they did and they kept going, because nearing the end of the cave, hiding in a corner, was a frightened little girl who had no lantern or equipment and also didn't seem to speak any English.
Okay. Got it. Can I head back now? This girl doesn't have a flashlight. Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone, actually.
English?
I don't know
You
if
speak
they
English? No,
I
English.
think, or,
No?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, come with
Wait,
us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna come
Can
with
you tell
us?
them their daughter's up here and she's scared?
They don't speak. She doesn't speak
She doesn't
English.
speak English.
Thankfully, though, they were able to bring her out so she could be reunited with her parents. Okay, so it's not exactly how they found the little girl out of thin air that's scary, but it's just the idea of what could have potentially happened. What if she was a demon? What if she was a wild animal? What if she wasn't really real? Etc, etc. There's a lot of possibilities that make this a very scary situation. Number 6. Jake Paul's secret night.
The Jake Paul blanket to chill on.
Oh yeah, so let's just bring a Ouija board into a freaky abandoned place in the middle of the night. Great idea, not like anything bad could happen, right? Okay, so it wasn't anything supernatural, but still. Anyway, after sneaking into a vacant building, Jake and his friends begin playing with the Ouija board. After having a couple goes at it, we suddenly hear random noises like thuds or footsteps, and they're gradually getting louder and closer as they finally get into the asylum.
I'm not doing this. I'm not, I swear. I swear.
Eventually, the team does get a little bit too scared, which is understandable, but they didn't realize until they left was that they were still being chased. And for like a solid 3 minutes, they just had a random person running after them for who knows why.
No, can't find it.
Number 5. Ghost activity.
Okay, once you've finished both of your illustrations, the final step in the process is to prepare your work for a presentation. This will be a presentation either to a client or in front of the class itself.
This next video comes from Ben, a small-time YouTuber with just over 1,000 subs, so he really uploads whatever he wants, including this video in particular.
A professional image. So I'm going to show you how to create a cover sheet for your artwork. And a cover sheet is simply a sheet of paper.
For this video, he was initially recording a tutorial for his illustration class, which was supposedly uncut and unedited. About halfway through into the video though, his camera caught one of his cabinets opening itself and then slammed shut.
Some of the materials that you'll need to create a cover sheet are, of course, you'll need some scissors, you'll need some tape. I like to use the thick masking tape. You'll need some double-sided tape your artwork is mounted to.
Of course he was pretty startled, and I mean who wouldn't be in this situation, because he was also the only one home during the time, and it's kind of odd how it's just one cabinet suddenly opened without any difficulty. So naturally you'd be a little bit startled. Number 4. Haunted Asylum, Joe Weller. So the original plan for this video was to make a challenge out of it, but between the two, while in the asylum, I guess, I don't know, it kind of gave it a different atmosphere. Well, if their intention was to give it sort of a spooky setting, they set that up pretty well. When about halfway through, we can kind of hear cries of a little child in the background.
Cheese! Easy. Hello? What the was that? Well, what do we do here? Calyx and Gundogan. Wait. Who's that then?
Mix that in with the inclusion of spooky lullabies you hear in horror movies, some loud thuds, and already terrifying dark atmosphere from the building, and you get the stuff nightmares are actually really made of. Number 3. Mystery Person, Brennan Taylor. So next we have Brennan, who was at the Sunset Pacific Motel in LA to finish a photo shoot he'd been doing. But while there, he and his friend figured why not and did a little bit of adventuring, which may have turned into a bad idea, but point being is that this idea quickly turned bad when they suddenly heard some loud movement and ran from it.
Fuck! Yo, what was that? Okay, so there was something up there. I don't know what it was, but I'm out of there.
What's freaky about this though is that when they leave the building, if you pause the video, you'll notice a person on the 3rd floor balcony looking down at them. Honestly, that's some really spooky stuff. Number 2. Drugged out, all-around lifestyle. This next video comes from a small group of friends who were exploring an empty car park. You know, just something simple. Well, not quite. So as the group were just about to finish up their video, the one who's recording happened to notice something yellow around the corner, and of course, curiosity struck them all and they investigated. By the end of it, we knew it was a homeless person who was either drugged out or startled, but you can't really deny that scream was something else. Personally, I would have been scared for my life too. And finally, number 1, dead body, Lewis Clark. As you've probably been able to find out by this video so far, the exploration of abandoned areas can make for pretty thrilling videos, because you never really know what you're going to find. Unfortunately for Lewis Clark, he finds something most people hope to really never see in their life. Exploring what seems to be a vacant office building, Lewis and his friend get a thirst for some cool material to show on a video when all of a sudden the police show up out of nowhere. We know this because he repeats himself like 100 times, but anyway, freaked out that they might get caught from the police for trespassing, they make a run for it out the back, and on their way find to be what was confirmed to have been a dead body in the garden.
Should we just start? Should we just start? Should we just start it? It's ready? Let's just go. Let's just go. Fuck it.
That's some pretty traumatizing stuff if you ask me. And that concludes 10 scariest videos recorded by YouTubers. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content to come in the future. Also, there's going to be a couple other videos with annotations to them on the screen right now. This is what I think, if you like this video, you might like these ones. Besides that, also there's going to be a link to a foundation in the description below. Please make sure to check that out. Also, besides all of that, make sure to have yourself a great day.